Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos otra vez a Learn Spanish with Profesor Pablo. Welcome back. Bienvenidos todos. Aquí estamos para aprender a hablar español. We're here to learn how to speak Spanish. Our lesson, los números 10 through 20. We studied 0 through 10. Now we pick up 10 through 20. And our next lesson with numbers will be 30 to 100, and then we leave the numbers in the past and we'll get to thousands and millions, etc. later on down the line. Let's look and see what we have. Los números 10 a 20. Números, the U is an accented vowel, that's why it's in green. We have the blue cluster, el grupo azul, the blue cluster, 10 hasta 20, 10 to 20. Tenemos el grupo café, the brown cluster. We had it for our last lesson. Again, we have cent, dollar, second, minute, hour, day, week, month, and year. And we have some new additions today. We're going to learn that when you want to say for how long something happens duration-wise, you take por. For example, if you want to say for 15 minutes, por 15 minutos. If you want to say for a year, you would say por un año. And en is if you want to say, like, in 15 minutes I'll be there. Voy a estar allí en 15 minutos. I'm going to be there in 15 minutes. So we have en and por, and we have cuesta and cuestan with an N. Cuesta means it costs, a singular item, right? Cuesta $1. It costs $14. Cuesta $14. And then we have, of course, our una, unos, and unas. Remember, un and una mean a or one in front of a noun. And then unos and unas mean some or a few. So we have los números, tenemos los números, tenemos estas palabras aquí y aquí, y tenemos estas palabras aquí en café. All right, let's pronounce the numbers to start off. 10, 10, 11, 11, the vowels. You know the vowels from the alphabet, right? Simple. 10, 11, this is a one-syllable word. That's a diphthong. Two vowels together making one sound. 10, 11, 12 is 12, 12, 2 is dos, 12 is doce with a CE. 13, 13, like a girl's name, Tracy, but 13, 13, 13, 13. 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. 15, keen, like I'm keen on that idea. Say, quince, 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 quince. 16, 16. It's a compound word, and it happens to have an accent mark because words that end in N, S, or a vowel are supposed to be stressed on the second syllable back. The E and the I here is a diphthong. We need to put an accent mark on the E so that this word is pronounced 16, the stress on the E at the end. So remember, 16 has an accent mark, like números has an accent mark. 17, 17, 17. Look, 17. Two diphthongs, the IE and IE. 18, 18, 18. 19, 19, 19. And 20, 20, 20. Remember the V and the B have that hard sound. B, 20, 20. The two lips come together. They call it a bilabial sound. 20, 20. All right, let's go over our words down here. Remember, a cent is centavo, dólar is dollar. Plural, centavos, dólares. Second, minute, hour, day, week, month, and year. Segundo, minuto, hora, día, semana, mes, and año. You put all these clusters, that's why we have these groups. Estos grupos, ¿verdad? Son importantes. They're very important because, again, the brain takes the cluster groups and it starts putting them all together and mixes them up together, and you start, it's like putting popcorn in a microwave. All of a sudden it all starts popping. This lesson is one kernel, that lesson is another kernel. Pop, 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 pop. Pretty soon it's popping, it's happening. So we keep putting in more input and more input and more input. That's like more kernels to pop in the microwave. Talking about microwave popcorn, when I was a kid, you would take a frying pan, una sartén, se echaban los gramos de palomitas. You would put the popcorn kernels in. Se le echaba aceite. You'd put oil in it. Se calentaba. You'd heat it up. Se le ponía una tapa. You'd put a lid on it. Y se calentaba. It would warm up. Se calentaba, se calentaba, se calentaba, se calentaba. Entonces, hacíamos palomitas. Then we would make popcorn. La tapa iba subiendo. The lid would start coming off, ¿verdad? La tapa se iba levantando. It would start rising. Y las palomitas se caían por la estufa. And the popcorn would fall all over the stove. Ahora es muy fácil. Now it's really easy. Se toma la bolsa de palomitas. You take the popcorn bag. Se pone en el microondas. You put it in the microwave. Y se oprime. You press el botón que dice palomitas. You press the button that says popcorn. How easy. Qué fácil. Qué fácil. All right, back to our numbers. Let's go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's practice right here. If you want to say in 10 minutes, en 10 minutos. We're going to learn how to say it pretty soon, lesson coming up, what you're going to do. So if you want to say, I'm going to leave in 10 minutes, it would be voy a salir en 10 minutos. I'm going to leave in a month. Voy a salir en un mes. We are going to leave in 2 years. Vamos a salir en 2 años. If you want to talk about duration of time and how long you've been doing something or how long you're going to do something, you say por. Okay? For 10 days, we're going to be on vacation. Vamos a estar, we're going to be, vamos a estar de vacaciones for 10 days. Por 10 días. Por 10 días. Okay? I'm going to stay at their house for 12 months. Voy a quedarme, I'm going to stay, voy a quedarme en su casa por 12 meses. I want to say a year, right? Voy a quedarme en su casa por un año. For a year, por un año. For 20 weeks, por 20 semanas. Basic training in the military. For 20 weeks, por 20 semanas. And thank you to our servicemen and women. If you want to say how much something costs, you simply say cuesta, it costs. Let's say it costs $19. Cuesta $19. If you want to say they cost $20, you put the N, cuestan $20. And again, here, una are a or one, and unos and unas are some or a few. If you want to say, I'm going to study Spanish for 2 years, voy a estudiar español por 2 años. 2 from the 1 to 10 lesson. But if you want to say like, I'm going to be there for a few months. Voy a estar allí. Allí is there. Voy a estar allí por unos meses. A few months. Por unos meses. For a few days. Por unos días. Por unos días. Remember, how do you make words plural in Spanish? Nouns. If they end in a vowel, you simply add S. If they don't end in a vowel, like dólar and mes, you add ES. Dólares and meses. All right, let's go over it one more time. It's a short lesson. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Pronounce it very well. Get into it. Be powerful when you pronounce. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. Okay? So we learned today the new numbers from 10 to 20, los números de 10 a 20, and we learned how to say in how many minutes, or in plus an expression of time, like in a second, en un segundo, if you want to say in a day, en un día, in a week, and una semana. Duration of time, you use the word por. You're learning so much. You're learning practical application of numbers, of course. If you want to say like for 10 minutes, por 10 minutos. For 10 years would be por 10 años. And of course, it costs. Cuesta and cuestan. We have a lot of these diphthongs. This U and E here, two vowels together making one sound. That's called a diphthong. So this is actually two syllables. Cuesta, cuesta, cuestan. So we're reviewing the words on the bottom here in brown. Las palabras aquí abajo en café. The words down on the bottom here in brown. Las palabras aquí abajo, down here. Aquí abajo en color café. We're learning, again, these new expressions. En, por, cuesta, cuestan. And the numbers. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ok, es todo. Ahora, hasta la próxima lección. Gracias por estar aquí con Profesor Pablo. Hasta pronto. Tengan un gran día. Chao.